Welcome to Man Reacts. If you look at it closely, there's something very common in the Western world. And by the Western world, I mean developed and industrialized high-tech societies such as those in the US, Canada, Europe, the United Kingdom, and maybe Australia and New Zealand. What is the common denominator in these societies? It's the degeneration of values. It's the dynamics between men and women. It's the inverted roles of men and women and how Western men don't even try to approach and date Western women anymore. And yes, we can say that it's practically over for Western women. It's over in the sense that their expectations from dating and relationships are not being met anymore. As these Western women hit their 20s, they start believing in the woke feminist narrative about how they don't need any man in their lives and how they can live completely independently of them. They chase their education, research, careers, and corporate ladders, and some even chase the bad boys they've been chasing since high school, only to end up dumped and lost in the world. By the time they attain a certain level of success, they realize they're nearing the end of their biological clock, which means they start to grasp that they might not be able to have children after this age. That's when they enter panic mode and search for that dude they've been playing around with and friend zoning since high school, only to realize that he's moved on, married to a gorgeous woman, very successful, and is raising his children. That's the first shock that Western women receive after they've hit the wall. Then they start searching online and try out social media sites and dating apps to find men. Turns out they're not as much in demand as they used to be when they were in their hot 20s, when they could flaunt their bikini bodies and turn heads wherever they'd go. They keep trying, but only find young guys interested in them for physical pleasure and one-night stands. Young guys who have barely started their own careers. That's the second shock for Western women. After this, they either leave it to luck and go about their lives trying to find and date successful men who can match their economic standards, or they turn towards social media platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram to spew hatred against men, telling the world why men don't deserve them because they're just perfect in about everything they are. So that's what's happening in the Western world, just to give you context. Now, let's talk about men. Why are men not even trying to date, be in a relationship, or commit to women anymore? The answer is right in front of us. You see, men just don't see the point anymore. They don't see the point in chasing women, only to be told they're not good enough. For years and years, men have shouldered the responsibility to take care of women in every way possible. They've taken the responsibility to approach women, make the first moves, and take the initiative in every way possible, only for women to play hard to get at each and every second, to use men for their own material gains, and to discard of them when they see a better and wealthier man giving them attention. Men are disgusted to the core at how women monkey branch off to other men as a result of their hypergamous nature. A core part of female nature is hypergamy, which means they date up the socioeconomic strata. This might be great for them, but it's demoralizing for men. Imagine a guy who makes just enough money to pay his bills, put decent and healthy food on the table, have a nice car, and a decent apartment, do everything he can to accommodate the woman he loves. He uses his life's savings to buy her a diamond ring, help her settle in with him, pay for her lifestyle, and even take her on trips to other cities. He's doing everything he can to make her happy. Now imagine that the same woman starts getting some attention from a rich businessman who earns more in a day than the woman's current boyfriend earns in an entire month. That man finds her attractive and keeps sending her messages and sliding into her DMs. She eventually agrees to see him and is blown away by his wealth and the luxury handbags, heels, and watches he gifts her. What he spends on her is nothing for him, by the way, but what her current boyfriend spent on her was everything to him. Now imagine that woman dumps her boyfriend and starts dating the wealthy billionaire full time. She just discards the guy who truly loved her with all his heart and just jumps on a chance to be with the wealthy guy. And guess what? That wealthy guy then dumps her after a few months, leaving her stranded and begging her old boyfriend to move back in with him. Sure, this sounds like a drama or a movie, but it's a common reality. This is what men are facing every single day. Men are supposed to act traditionally and roll out the red carpet for women in every way possible, while women are okay mistreating, misbehaving with, and discarding guys just because they have 100 thirsty simps lusting after them. Men work in the most brutal conditions and fields and make sure they put food on the table for women, while woke anti-male feminist women talk about more women being CEOs and heads of organizations, saying that every profession is patriarchal. However, they never want to take part in all those professions in which men risk their lives trying to provide for their families. What does this tell you? This tells us that women only want the best of all worlds. They want to be treated like queens in relationships. They want to be treated like something else in the bedrooms. They want to be treated like CEOs as soon as they walk in an office. They want to be treated like celebrities wherever they go. Truth is, women crave attention. They want validation. They want everyone to say how great they are without having to put in any hard work. With the MGTOW community growing at an exponential pace, more and more men are finding out the truth about the true nature of women and how women inherently live off of the hard work of men and want to enjoy all the benefits they have. And with all men from around the world sharing their stories about betrayal and disloyalty at the hands of women, women really need to think, or there will come a time when they'd have to beg men for attention that they have and are currently receiving for absolutely free. Men have realized that their time is better spent on chasing their purpose, building their businesses, honing their craft, and pursuing their innermost passions, and not chasing women or spending time with them. Men are happiest when they have a purpose. In the past, this purpose used to be their wives and children and their well-being. Now, it's shifting toward pursuing their passions because they see a return on their time and investment in this manner. Women really will need to realize this and ensure that men are also felt appreciated for everything they do for women, and that loyalty is still the number one thing that women can bring to the relationship. Otherwise, there's no chance for Western women. Why do you think it's over for Western women? Let me know in the comments, and I'd be happy to chat. Thanks for watching this, guys. Hit the like button and subscribe for your daily Man Reacts videos.